Friends, with the title and the description of this video, you might have understood what is the topic we are going to discuss today. The thing is, I want to make you understand or I want to discuss with you why should a student study English literature or choose his or her subject as English literature. What is so important about this subject? Why is it so preferred? Why is it so polished? Why is it so beautiful? Why is it so important? Okay. Most of the countries all over the world know one language as a common, that is English. And this is because Britain had its colonies all throughout the world in most of the countries. And as because they have been there in those countries, their language, English, has been transmitted to all the people out there in different countries. So, if you say communication, then English would be the best weapon or best process or the best way through which you can communicate with anyone. Now, you might ask that, ma'am, if I am an English medium student, if I have studied in English medium, then I know the English well and properly, then why should I take English literature? Or you might ask that if learning the language is only the thing that you are talking about, then we can see English movies or cartoons, English cartoons, or read magazines, newspapers, or from anywhere you can learn the language. Then why to study the literature? Very good question. Kudos to you, 10 out of 10. Okay, so coming back to the point, English as a language and English as literature is different. In some places, linguistic is a different subject and literature is a different subject. Linguistic is language and literature is about the complete vast arena of English. Its philosophy, its history, its geography, its background, it's everything, everything. If a person is studying English literature, then he or she will know about a human being, his or her psychology, philosophy, how to move on in life, how to stop when it's needed to, what to do, what not to do, how to be a better person. But most of us take English literature just as a subject and feel boring or think that it's just a mix of some novels, poems, drama, some critical studies, literary criticism, rhetoric, prosody, and all those things. But sorry to say you, English literature is not that. If you get a good guide, if you get a good teacher, if you get someone who can actually tell you what is English literature, then for sure you will get a very, very good interest in the subject and you will see you are reading life through those books. For you, life will be no more depressing, no more frustrating, no more irritating, and life will not be meaningless to you if you can actually study English literature in its proper manner from a good teacher. That is why in our Indian culture, gurus or the teachers were given so much of priority in the early days. A guru, a teacher, can only teach you or make you see what life is like. If you get a good guru, good teacher in your life, proper one, then you will see your life would be so much beautiful. You are taking so much right decisions. You are doing so many good things. A guru is not someone who is sitting in the temple or sitting in the gurukuls and teaching you or giving his dictions or banis or verses. A guru is someone who can teach you life through the books. Your book, your English literature, can be your best friend only when you can unite it with your life. If you don't find anything related to your life or related to the meaning of your life, or if you don't understand the meaning what you are reading, then after a certain point the subject will feel a bogus thing to you, and you will think that you are just reading some novels, some poems, some dramas, some essays or something like that. So my first point is, if you want to make English literature your subject, if you want to study it, if you want to pursue it, if by compulsion you have taken it, or if you have taken it through interest, whatever the reason may be, you have taken English literature as your subject, or you are going to take English literature as your subject, please choose your guru, your teacher right. If your teacher is not right, then my dear, you will fall prey to the most bad happenings of your life. Your subject to you will always remain a stranger. You might complete your graduation, you might complete your masters on the subject, but you will never know the actual essence of the subject. You will never be able to be a good teacher yourself again. You will never be able to make people understand why this subject is so important. For example, if you take the most common name in English literature that every English literature student know, every English literature student or every person who knows the word English can equals to this name with the word is Mr. Shakespeare, Mr. William Shakespeare, the bird of Avon. This person was such a creative person, man. I mean, this person has written so many dramas, and he was the only one in that generation who worked hard to bring about the change in our English literature, who used those techniques, who developed those techniques through which English literature saw its golden period. Just before his age, Shakespeare's age, means Elizabethan and Jacobean combined, things were not just the same as it was in English literature some centuries before. English literature was going through a period of nothing. I mean, no big literature was being created, no big writers were coming, and it was like a revival period just before his age, just before his period started. So, he is considered to be the one person who single handedly managed to bring our English literature to the position where we can now enjoy it in such a magnificent manner. Mr. Marlowe, Christopher Marlowe, who was just 2 months senior to Mr. Shakespeare, was also a very prolific writer. He has written Dr. Faustus, The Jew of Malta, and many others. He was also writing very good. If some critics, some literary critics are of the opinion that if Marlowe would have been surviving the amount of years Shakespeare did, then maybe Marlowe would have crossed the limits of Shakespeare. Marlowe would have done much more magic to English literature than Shakespeare did. But unfortunately, Marlowe died very early, and Shakespeare took the position and took it to some other level and made such great diverse literatures through his pen. Like, pen is mightier than the sword, right? So whatever he created with his pen was like something which we still which we still praise and still read and still feel, oh my God, this is amazing. So this was Shakespeare and Marlowe, and then came Ben Jonson, then Donne, then Milton, and then Dryden. And Dryden was our first poet laureate, okay? England's first poet laureate. And the modern Dryden, if we say, if you can call someone, that is T.S. Eliot. So in this manner, there are so many writers which you will be reading in English literature. These writers are not just writers though who are writing poetry, novels, poems, whatever, but they will teach you life. They will tell you how you can live, how you can survive, how you can go on in life. If you can read them, not with the point of view of passing an exam or securing some marks, rather than if you study them through the viewpoint of knowing life or matching something with your life. Maybe not everything will match with your life, because basically we are Indians and they are from Britain or some other countries. So their lifestyle will not match with ours, obviously, at some point. But if we try to feel their sense, if we try to feel the emotion, if we try to feel the adventures they are doing through their writings, and why they are doing, why is those periods called the periods they are being called, like romantic period? Why is romantic period called romantic period? Why is Augustan period called Augustan period? Why is Elizabethan period called Elizabethan period? Why those philosophies are coming from? Where those wars are being started? Why all this is happening? And what effects does those wars, does those philosophies, does those movements are putting on those writers? And why are they writing like that? If you understand their personality, their standards, their effects of the different situation, of the different environment, of the different circumstances happening around them, then you will see that literature is a magical thing. Here you can learn everything, like history, geography, biology, philosophy, everything is included in here. Your calculative brain will also develop, because you'll be calculating humans to your veins. Okay, so taking English literature is a matter of pride, because first you are learning a language that is spoken all over the world, because Britain had its colonies everywhere once. Second, you are learning life through it. You are learning so many things. So many colonies that Britain had, and so many countries. Even those people from those countries are also writing in English. So you are getting their cultures to study in English too. You are getting to know different cultures, different places through this English literature. So that is a very good thing that you must know if you are surviving in this world. That will help you in many different manner. So to decide on taking English literature, first of all, you have to understand that you will know the language well. Second of all, you must understand that you will know about the life well. And third, and the most important one, that if you do not have a good teacher, good guru to teach you this English literature, then it will be very difficult for you to get the essence of this language. So before anything and everything, whatever subject, may it be English literature or anything else, whatever you are going to take, English, Bengali, Hindi, biology, chemistry, physics, whatever subject you are going to choose after your class 12, please be sure that you are getting the teacher right. If not, then that subject will be very much boring to you. You may not do anything with that subject. And like unemployment increasing so much in our country right now, it's all because people are getting graduate, but they are not knowing what they have studied in their graduation. They have no essence of it. They have no understanding of it. If we can understand what you are studying through all these 3 years, then I think life will be much better. So whatever you decide, first decide who is your teacher, who is your guru. So be very careful when you choose your guru or your teacher. The one who is careful in this matter, his or her life gets better every day. So here I wind up my speech today. I hope you were benefited with whatever I have said. Or if I have done some mistake, or if you think I was wrong, I'm really sorry. If you have something to say to me, then you can write it in the comment box below. I will obviously read them personally, and if it's needed, I will correct myself, or I will change myself, or I will do as it will be better for you, better way you can understand. So, thank you for now. Here I am signing off. Bye.